Hi everyone, my name is Ryan and I'm the midlife skier. Over the week of the New Year's holiday in 2025-2026, our family traveled to Beaver Creek Resort in Colorado. We spent 6 nights and 5 days there exploring the resort, enjoying New Year's festivities, and of course skiing. Today I'm going to talk about our resort and lodging experience while we were there. We flew into the Vail Eagle Airport from North Carolina, definitely not a direct flight. In order to save the expense and hassle of renting a car, I arranged a private SUV to pick us up and drop us off at the Eagle Airport. It worked really well actually, and it was very convenient. We ended up on a very early morning flight in, so we arrived at our lodging accommodations around noon, which obviously that's a bit of a problem because check-in time typically is 4 p.m. We were staying at the Elkhorn Lodge in Beaver Creek, and having arrived several hours before check-in time, I was very relieved when we were able to check in immediately. I thought that was really cool. Most other places wouldn't let you do that. After getting our luggage into the room and unpacking a bit, we headed out to explore the resort and get some food. After getting some food and buying some groceries, we headed back to the Elkhorn Lodge to meet our Epic Gear technician, Colby, to get our rental gear sorted out. After configuring everyone's gear and doing safety checks on our personal ski boots, Colby took our skis and poles back up the mountain to the slopeside Epic Gear location at the Centennial Lift there in Beaver Creek so that they would be there waiting for us in the morning. That slopeside pickup and drop off with my Epic Gear is just really awesome, very convenient. I'd booked a 2-bedroom plus den condo, but we ended up getting upgraded to a 3-bedroom condo for the 5 of us. So major shout out to Kyle, on the property management team there, and really the whole team at the Elkhorn. The tagline at Beaver Creek is not exactly roughing it, and our condo fit this very well. It was extremely nice. Our condo was on the first floor. It was very clean, very roomy. It was enormous and very comfortable. The layout of the condo is that it had 2 master bedrooms, each with king beds and each with ensuite bathrooms. The 3rd bedroom was a double queen bedroom that also had its own bathroom. Each of the 3 bedrooms had patios right outside with nice doors that went right in. Other than the bedrooms, the condo had a half bath right by the entry door, a full kitchen, living room, and dining area. It also had a washer and dryer for laundry. Note that, as is common in these types of locations, if you've ever been to a place like this, you know that many of the condos have no central forced air ventilation, no HVAC. Really the heat is just coming from floor-mounted radiators. And then you have a few ceiling fans, plus obviously lots of windows to get air moving and cool things down if you need to. And of course this unit also had a gas fireplace. So while we really liked the Elkhorn Lodge, there were a couple minor issues we encountered. The condo had recently been painted, so there was an annoying fresh paint chemical smell pretty much the whole time we were there. We tried to air it out by opening windows and running the fans, but obviously it was very cold outside. Highs were in the 30s, lows in the single digits while we were there. And so we weren't able to keep the windows open for super long, and it really didn't seem to help that much anyway. Our condo was located right next to the road going up the mountain, but honestly this really wasn't an issue because it wasn't bad. It was never a problem. Cars weren't loud. It was quiet enough in the room that it never really posed a problem. And the only other nit to pick was the king bed in our master bedroom, the one my wife and I ended up in, had a bit of a saggy mattress. So it definitely wasn't the best bed I've ever slept in, but it definitely wasn't the worst either. Overall, we would definitely stay in this condo again, despite these minor nitpicks. Really impressive facility, impressive condo, impressive staff. Just great people there. We had everything we needed. They were extremely competent, professional, friendly. If we had an issue, if they could take care of it, they took care of it very quickly. The Elkhorn Lodge is located about a 10-minute walk down the mountain from the main Centennial base area of Beaver Creek Ski Resort. There is a ski lift right outside of the condo, appropriately named the Elkhorn Lift. Unfortunately, because of the extreme snow drought that Colorado was in at the time of our visit, this lift wasn't running, which really sucked. You could tell if had that been running, man, what a great place to stay, even better. There are also skiway trails so that you can ski from the main base area down to the Elkhorn Lodge. But again, due to lack of snow, none of these were open when we were there over the New Year's holiday. In the basement, the Elkhorn has parking, a fitness facility, and a ski locker area. The ski locker area would be awesome when there is enough snow, as it is right next to the door out to the lift. Outside of the building, there was a large main hot tub and a smaller hot tub. Towels are provided for the hot tub in the lobby area, and heavy bathrobes were provided in the condo for everyone. With the low snow conditions and the location of the Elkhorn a little away from the main base area, we relied on the Beaver Creek shuttle service to get around. The way this works is you access it through an app, kind of like Uber, where you tell it where you want to go, where you currently are, and how many people are in your group. Once you request a ride, the service works to assign you a shuttle driver and a shuttle bus. While it was a lot more convenient than walking, especially uphill, the service definitely wasn't perfect. The wait time could vary wildly, with times as short as 2 minutes and as long as over 1 hour. And you really didn't know what the wait was going to be until you went into the app and tapped and basically all but requested the ride. On our first ski morning, when we had a ski lesson to make by 9 a.m., the shuttle wait ended up being nearly 30 minutes, which almost made us late. So, lesson learned then. And then another time, we requested a shuttle ride from the base area back to the condo. The app said it would be a 15-minute wait. We waited 15 minutes. Then after 15 minutes, a shuttle got assigned with a driver. But the problem is the assigned shuttle was pretty far away, and then it kept going further away. And so the wait time for that shuttle to come to us just kept going up and up and up. Finally, after waiting another 15 minutes, so a total of 30 minutes, we just canceled the ride and walked the stupid 10 minutes down the mountain. And walking down the mountain, normally it would be fine. The problem was because it had snowed, the sidewalks were extremely icy, as was the roadway. So trying to navigate icy sidewalks with some plowed snow, in the dark at night was just, didn't want to do it, but we ended up needing to, so we did, and we made it fine. Another time on New Year's Eve, after there was a big event at the base area, after it ended, we looked at requesting a shuttle ride back to the condo as well. Unsurprisingly, the stated wait time was over 45 minutes. So in that case, we didn't even bother. We just decided to go ahead and walk it. But at least this time the app didn't mislead us. Overall, the shuttle service was definitely not perfect, but I would say it was definitely better than any other bus or shuttle service I've seen, especially at a ski resort. Clearly, the system was overstretched due to the extremely busy time of year. We were there when we were told when we were there that the week over New Year's is the busiest of the entire year, often for them. And it was also likely overstretched due to the unusually low snow conditions. Again, in normal times, normal snow times, people could have skied down and taken the lift up instead of using the shuttle as much. We found the base village to be quite nice, as one would expect at Beaver Creek. All of the restaurants we went to had very good food and good service, even up on the mountain during the ski day for lunch. Due to the busy time of year, we did find it difficult to get into many restaurants without a long wait. We figured out that timing our dinners during the very narrow window between the après ski ending and the evening dining rush, really that ended up working the best. So this kind of narrow window between about 5:45 p.m. and 6:30, if you could go then, but most nights that seemed to work the best. The stores were all very nice and very expensive, but it was fun to window shop, and we got a few tourist knickknacks. We also did a special dining experience at Allie's Cabin up on the mountain for dinner one night. And the way this works is you meet at the base area where you're picked up by a large sleigh pulled by a snowcat. It's about a 10 to 15 minute ride up to the cabin, which was very cold, but very cool. It was just a beautiful view. They do warn you in advance to dress warmly, and they provide lots of heavy blankets to help everyone stay warm. The view of the base area at night from the sleigh ride and the cabin was just beautiful. Very, very unique, very cool. You could also see lots of stars in the dark up on the mountain. That was really cool as well, just kind of standing outside in the dark, away from all the lights of the resort. Very, very beautiful night sky. Since we were there for New Year's, they did a fun event on the evening of New Year's Eve. They have this event where around 6:30 p.m., 6:30 p.m., on New Year's Eve, they take volunteer advanced skiers up to the learning area that's just up the hill. There's a gondola that takes them up there. And I heard this year there were about 500 people that signed up to participate. All these people get flashing LED necklaces that they put on. And what they do is they go up there with their skis or boards and put on the necklaces, and then they all ski down in the dark to the main base area in kind of a long S-shaped line. There were so many people, it took almost 20 to 30 minutes for everyone to ski down, but it was really cool. It was a lot of fun. There was a large crowd down at the bottom of the base, watching, cheering them on. And then as soon as the last people were coming down, they did a large fireworks show. Which again, this was really cool. It was a great show. It lasted about 20 minutes. It was over by about 7:30 p.m. So that worked really well. Very cool, very fun. It was nice to get out and do something for New Year's, even though it was a bit early. We ended up going to bed because we had been skiing so much. But anyway, we had a great time. In the end, we all had a really good time, despite the low snow conditions. The condo was extremely nice. Everyone we encountered was so nice and helpful. Again, from the food workers, the lifties, front desk people at the lodge, ski school instructors, ski patrol, shuttle bus drivers, even the store workers. I desperately want to experience Beaver Creek in a normal snow time. But given the large expense to stay there, I'm really thinking twice about making that financial commitment again. And that's a shame because my hesitation comes from something that no one there is able to control. And who's to say we don't have the same low snow conditions somewhere else if we go somewhere else next year? How can you guarantee that, you'll have good snow conditions anywhere? You can't. Your only other choice is just stay home. That doesn't sound like much fun. So anyway, I hope we do get back to Beaver Creek at some point, and especially in good snow conditions, and we'll just have to see. So that's all for now, and I hope you have a great day.